Hello, welcome to the tutorial for QuickHIT Fit Training Lab's nutrition and meal planning app. We're going to start out this tutorial with account setup and then go over some quick tips and tricks on how the system is unique and can help you reach your goals through balanced nutrition. We're going to start out just going through the initial setup is when you would come into the app. You can access the program through your QuickHIT Fit app or also by going to quickhitfit.com and logging in on the computer. For this tutorial, I am using a tablet simulator, but this is exactly how it would appear on your smartphone as well. So the initial setup is very simple. It's going to take you through and personalize the program. And what QuickHit Fit's nutrition app is going to do beyond just calorie counting and counting certain macronutrient goals is there's an algorithm where it will work with you to balance your vitamins and minerals using real foods. Or there are many meal plans that you can choose from. So we'll go ahead and get started. Setup is very easy. Go through and choose gender. For ladies, there are pregnancy options, so the program will be even more detailed for those nutrients. After gender, you'll choose activity level. So of course, activity level would increase caloric requirements, and it gives a description of those activity levels. So we'll go ahead and choose lightly active, light exercise or sports 1 to 3 days per week. And go ahead and choose birthday. We'll choose our weight goal, just put in as an example. Say we want to lose 20 pounds as a goal. And we'll set height. Now there is optional data, so if your trainer has provided you with body fat percentage or given you a basal metabolic rate number, you can also provide that optional data. If you don't have that at the time, the program will calculate it for you, so we'll go ahead and just do that in this case. So it's personalizing and setting up all the nutrient requirements for my account. It will give an explanation of my calorie goal. So it explains my basal metabolic rate, which is what I would need at rest and fasting, how my activity level will tie into that and raise my energy requirements above my basal metabolic rate. And then a healthy rate of weight loss would be 1 to 2 pounds per week, and this comes up with my final goal. So, very detailed description that you'll see, and this can always be accessed later in the food app, which we're going to go over. So, this can be changed as you progress, and your trainer can work with you. So, when we go ahead and get started, it will bring us out to the home page of the app. Now, the first time you log in, there will be a link where you can install the app on your home screen for a quick access to it. Of course, we're going to go ahead and go through the initial setup. Now, on the home page of the app, there are a couple options. Your trainer can connect with you and share content through the messages and also share videos. And we're going to, in this training, just focus on the food app. So let's go into the initial setup for the food. Now, when you come into your food app, the initial training sequence will teach you how to search and how to find foods, but we're going to go over it and look at some other tips and tricks. So the QuickHIT Fit Nutrition app goes beyond just calorie counting and just focusing on carb, protein, and fat goals. You can easily track those, but it will go beyond that to help you either find balanced meal plans or track and journal and build your own. So let's start out with the basics of finding foods and adding them to your plan and saving those foods to your favorites. So if I go up here to find foods, just do something simple and type in apple. So I just start typing AP and it brings back apple raw. And there's a large list of foods that I could choose from, brand foods, different products. So to add the food to my day, I simply click on it, say one medium apple, add that to breakfast, drop it right in. Very simple. So it totals up my 81 calories. I can see my calorie goal that I'm aiming for. Now, next to the apple, there's a star. So if I click on that star, I can save this apple to my favorites. So I have the apple saved to breakfast, lunch, and snacks. So you could save that however you'd like. So it becomes very easy once you personalize your menus to click on this plus right next to breakfast, which would be all your favorite foods. So as an example, we'll just add a couple things here. So I'm going to add some oatmeal, which says it's high in iron and B6 in addition to other nutrients. So let's say I had a half cup dry, just as an example. We'll add that in and then cook it. Let's take a yogurt right here. So we'll say low-fat yogurt, add that in. Now let's take a look at what's happening here and then we'll add another food. And I can close this side menu by either sliding it closed with my finger or hitting the X on the top right. Now we can see here for apple, oatmeal, and yogurt, it's 479 calories. and I can tap on the pie graph here to see my carb, protein, and fat ratios. Now, to the left of the page, and the app will show you this when you log in as a new user, but the report card on the left is based on all of the recommended daily allowances and upper limits specifically set for you based on the settings that were just put in. So I can see, for example, that my fiber level, my specific goal is 38 grams for a recommended daily allowance, and so far I'm at 29% of that goal. B1, for example, I already have an A, just like a school report card. I have 102% of a recommended daily allowance on the report card. Now, what's happening is as I track and journal, when I get to these balanced levels for certain nutrients, let's say I want to go into my breakfast and add one more thing to this meal. What's going to happen is this list is working with me as I track and journal to help balance my diet. So for example, flax seeds with omega-3 and copper, my omega-3 is low. Blueberries, vitamin C and vitamin E. So we can see here that omega-3 is an F. Let's just go ahead and add some flax seeds in. So I'll add a serving of that. And my omega-3 just went to an A. So just as another example, we'll go ahead and tap and look right here, 1.3 to 2.6. So it's very easy from our huge database of foods. There are millions of foods in here, brand products, supplements, anything you would be looking for. And there's also a way to add your own custom foods or voice journal, and we'll take a look at that. But it's very easy to add, star those foods, and then the system is working with you to help balance your diet. There's also quite a few of products from the QuickHIT Fit product library or QuickHIT Fit protein powder and other products. So anything that you'd like to add, you can star and build that list up. Now, to make it very simple, let's say you're not quite sure what to eat and you want something to start with. All the meal plans that have been balanced and reached all A's on the report card are saved to the area for Find a Meal Plan. So I just swiped over to Saturday. You can swipe with your finger back and forth between days. And we'll look at a couple other things for copying and pasting as well and saving to favorites. But first, let's look at Find Meal Plans. So in Find Meal Plans, all the meal plans, essentially this is a high scores area for meal plans that are within your calorie range based on your settings. So these meal plans are all within your range and it's very easy to narrow them down. So I could say, for example, I would like apples. Every meal plan that is left contains an apple. So the best way to use this is to choose something from each category that either you like or maybe you have in the refrigerator and need to use up. So let's say I want to use some salad greens, like sweet potatoes. Let's say egg. I'll do some salmon. Say some almonds. There we go. So every one of these meals that's left contains the foods that I've clicked on. So I'll go ahead and choose this one right here on the top. Now it brings up where I can log and add this to my day. It gives me an overview of the plan right here, but I can very easily hit log. This brings up my day and I can choose what day I'd like to add it. So I'll add it to tomorrow. Drop that in. Go ahead and open the food log. Gives me an overview of what to eat for the day. Very simple plan to follow. And if there was something I don't like, I could very easily delete and add other things in. So let's say I want to delete this orange out. Maybe I want to delete, I love all the things in the lunch, but just as an example, I'll delete the spinach and salmon. When I hit this plus, any of the foods that I've starred, it will recommend balancing those foods out. So you can always use the Find Meal Plans either as an option that's ready to go, or if there's something that you would rather swap out, you can delete, and the lunch suggestions would recommend based on whatever nutrients you lost when you removed that. So the balance is the goal of the program is to balance your nutrients with real foods, because of course real foods are going to be more bioavailable and be better for you. So just quick tips on how to set up. Now let's take a look at how to save things to your favorites for easier use ongoing for planning. So let's say that, just as an example, this egg whites, banana, and oatmeal is my go-to breakfast. It's very easy right next to breakfast to hit this star, save this breakfast to my favorites. So we'll save this as test breakfast 1. There we go. So we'll save. So if I swipe over to my day tomorrow, we're going to look at using things that are saved to favorites. We're also going to look at copying and pasting. So if I hit the plus here on breakfast, I have all of my favorite foods, but I can also go to favorite meals and there's my test breakfast that I just starred. So it's very easy anytime to go ahead and tap on there and add that in. Let's see here on Sunday, since that's the day I'm on. Go ahead and add that in. And there it is, drops it right into breakfast. Now, down below on the favorites, anything that I have starred is also saved to my favorites. So I have my saved full meal plans, saved meals, and recipes. So coaches and trainers can also share content with you through the messaging system. We're going to touch on settings again, also just real quick. Any the settings that you initially set up when you came in the program can always be adjusted and changed. Maybe you updated your body fat percentage and want to make the program more accurate. Of course, for bodybuilders or someone who has a significant amount of weight to lose, this would be more um, make it more accurate for them. And back on the food log, so if I created a full day, as an example here, and I wanted to star that total, I can star that full meal plan to my favorites. Or if I just wanted to star this dinner, I can star this dinner to my favorites. So it's very easy later to either use this side menu to access your saved content, or you can come down here to favorites. All your saved full meal plans are here, full meals, and recipes can also be journaled. So your coach or trainer can share content with you, and you can also create your own content to plan ahead. So the copying and pasting feature is the last that we'll look at. It's very simple. If you're on your smartphone or tablet, you can simply, on the food log, hold your thumb down, and then you can select what you'd like to copy, or do select all, copy, swipe over to the day you'd like to paste, hold your thumb down, paste, and it will drop in and very simply add those foods to your day. There's also a voice journaling feature, which being that I'm recording this training, it's difficult to run this on the computer, but from your phone it's very simple and it gives the instructions here. So tap the microphone icon on the keyboard. So on your phone, the keyboard would slide up and you tap the microphone icon just like doing a voice text or composing an email via voice on your phone. So you would say, it gives the description here, tap the microphone icon on the keyboard and read the food name on the package, which will search for it for you. Or to try voice journaling, you can say it in this format: add oatmeal, milk, banana, peanut butter to breakfast, and it will drop those foods in for you. And it looks to foods that are in your favorites. So, as an example, if you have coconut milk saved to your breakfast and you say add milk to breakfast, it will know to use the one that you most commonly use. So that's a very neat feature. Check that out. The key thing that will help balance micronutrients, though, is when you hit this plus, whatever foods you have starred, it's working with you to say, oh, I need more vitamin C. Broccoli would be a good choice for dinner, or kiwi is a good choice for a snack. So it's constantly guiding you towards balanced nutrition, and that's a unique tool in the QuickHIT Fit app. So we're going to finish this training, and thank you for your time. Take care.